Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As we broadcast to all you folks in the Memphis area over, of course, Sports 790 AM, ESPN, and good all you good folks out in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM. And, of course, also our good friends in Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5. We had to open the show with a little conversation about turkey hunting because today is opening day of the fall turkey season in Tennessee. And we talked to Mike Giles about the book, The Old Pro Turkey Hunter. And I thought he was talking about me. So I read the book just to make sure I wasn't in there. But we're back to fishing now. I can't think who could follow Wesley Strader, but I know the guy. One of our favorite interviews, always popular on Outdoors with Larry Ray over these many, many years, is our good friend Mark Menendez. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, Larry, how are you? Can you believe that fall may have finally gotten here with this great cool weather?
Well, it's all Wong's fault. You know, he waited till he came home before it got cool. I mean, he's been, as I told him the other day, we're coming home from church last Wednesday night, and guess who was in front of us going to my subdivision? The mosquito man. The mosquito man was spraying. I said, what is this? I thought it was fog, and there you go, chugging along in October. I said, get out of here, man. So, hey, it's good to talk to you, Mark, and I know you survived several days with Ron Wong, and so that's another merit badge for you on your
Well, do we get to tack those days on the end of my life, too?
Yes, you do. Yeah. Ron will let you. Let me ask you before Ron asks, we get into some technical things. Events like you were at and Ron was at, I know that's considered WORK, and that's not a big word, but I wanted to spell it out for all you listeners out there that didn't know what the word work means. But you guys really, and Ron has told me this, and I used to go when I was younger, but I've turned it over to the younger Ron Wong. But what's it like to go to one of these things and as the participant?
Well, I tell you, Larry, you're tired physically because you've got long hours. It's great fellowship and great fun.
Yeah.
We have a good time, and but there's a lot of work and there's a lot of thought process that goes in on all of this. And it's just it's long hours and long days, but it's the unseen part of professional fishing that you don't see. So here I am. I've been with sports writers from all over the country and all kinds of different places and things, and we're talking about every topic you can imagine, top water to bottom dragging, whatever kind of bait, a big 10XD, a spinnerbait, or whatever. I've done more spinnerbait articles here than I've done in years, because believe it or not, Larry, they'll still bite a spinnerbait.
They still bite a spinnerbait. Isn't that right, Ron?
That's right.
I mean,
that's exactly right.
When you look at it,
Andy, there's no telling what a media person is going to ask a pro.
Oh, really?
I mean, and I know these pros, a lot of them will think, golly, I wonder what's going to ask. That's just like we're going to be able to see an interview I did with Mark on LROutdoors.com.
Yes.
Talking a little bit about his TV show.
Yeah.
Mark Menendez TV. Mark, talk to our listeners a little bit about your show and what your objective is with your show.
Well, it's kind of been a bucket list thing, guys, that I've always wanted to do. And we've got all kinds of competition fishing on television right now. This is not me against somebody else fishing. This is Mark Menendez Bass TV is dedicated to teaching people little tricks, little tips that I use every day on tour, every day when I'm in the front of my skeeter boat, and I'm trying to teach people how to be better fishermen. Little tweak here, a little tweak there. One tip that I hit home all the time, Larry, is when you catch a bass, and I don't care what kind of presentation it is, whether it was a Texas rig or a spinnerbait or a square bill or whatever it was, before you put your size 12 foot on that motor guide to go on down the bank, just make that same presentation again. Because bass are social creatures, and they like to hang out with their buds. You might get another bite.
I love it.
Over a year's time, you're going to catch 15, 20, 30 extra fish that you would have never caught had you not made that cast again. Simple things like that, Larry.
Well, folks, we just learned some more things about Mark that we always learn from him, but we know now he has a size 12 shoe. Okay, now man, he has.
Oh no, I'm a fisherman. I over exaggerate.
Oh, okay. Oh man, okay, yeah. And we're talking to our good friend Mark Menendez. Of course, Ron Wong is on the line. They've all been up at the Lew's, the Strike King Media Conference up on Kentucky Lake, and I know that Mark. What's up for 2019 for Mark Menendez?
Well, Mark Menendez is a Bassmaster Elite Series pro. That's
okay.
where I launched my career, where the organization gave me a platform to start a career. They started giving me lots of support through their magazine and their digital platforms, and I am grateful for what they did when I lost my wife to cancer and welcomed me back to the fold 2 years later. So I owe those folks a lot. And, you know, without the Bassmaster Tournament Trail, Larry, the foundations for all the professional fishermen wouldn't even be there. And I'm grateful for what they've done for me, allowed me to make a good living for my family. And so I am proud to tell you I am a Bassmaster Elite Series pro for the 27th year in a row.
Wow. And, you know, later in the show, we're going to be talking to Dave Preck about the new changes for 2019 for the Elite Series. Are you up to date on those things?
Well, I tell you what, Larry, we're gonna probably have a marginal field size of just less than 80, and
that's
that will
right.
be fine.
Yeah,
there are some fantastic fishermen in the field. Striking Pro Keith Combs, my gosh, that boy knows how to catch great big ones. I've never seen him catch a 12-incher.
Yeah,
you know, you've got people like that still here. Bill Lowen, you know, Lew's pro. That Bill will 12.5 pound you to death on the worst lakes, and he is a fabulous fisherman. Matt Herron, he's grumpy, but I love Matt.
We didn't know we was going to get confessions from Mark Menendez here on other anglers here, you know. So you're okay with the changes then? I mean, you.
One thing I can say about fishermen, Larry, is we all hate change.
Ron just said that. Ron said that to Strader a while ago. So
we don't like change, and we like to do things the way we do. But right now, there's a lot of push and pull in the industry, and we're going to have to make some changes. But I think it's going to present folks with a lot more opportunity.
Yeah,
I know that it's already helped me with a lot of media opportunities.
Yes, that's right.
Television opportunities.
Yeah,
and that's how I feed my family. So I think it's going to be just fine. I think we're going to have a great classic this year in Tennessee. So looking forward to the 2019 season.
So Ron, throw something technical at Mark before I ask him something about Asian carp. So ask him.
Well, you know, Mark, Lew's has come out with some new equipment, and you have tried all of them. Tell all of our listeners the things that you like about the new Lew's products that are coming out.
Well, I tell you what, the one thing that is completely different are the new Super Grip line of rods.
Oh, okay.
And the handles are unique, like nothing I've ever used. Between the reel seat and the grip style handle that is actually kind of square feeling in your hand, there is a graphite ring.
Huh.
Moves that sensitivity to my hand. I can transmit that strike to my hand. I caught the other night, I ran off Larry and went to a private lake that I get to fish in every now and then. Probably caught about 75 to 80 pounds of bass on an 8.0 square bill.
Oh.
And I used that rod, and I manhandled multiple 6-pounders.
Oh,
so
man.
I was really impressed with that rod. We've got a new hair jig style rod.
Yeah.
We've got so many things there, but that Super Grip is the one that really caught my attention.
And Ron, don't you realize a lot of folks don't realize how important the grip is? You know, I golf. I play golf, you know, and I can't imagine playing with a slick grip or anything along that line.
That grip is something
else. Yeah, because those guys make golf grips. They're the same things that make those. And I have to tell you, Mark, that you didn't know that you were not alone at that lake, because way over in the bushes with some field glasses and a camera was an Oriental fellow. I don't know who it was, but he was reported to be watching you out there. But
well, I don't doubt that.
Well, let me ask you this, and Ron will jump in on this too. Asian carp,
Sure.
we got in on the end of it the last time you was with us. They had a meeting. They've had some other things going on. What's the latest you're hearing from up your way in Paducah and the area?
Well, we're still waiting for the allocation that was passed on to the bill.
Yes.
The $11 million. It made it through part of the government process, so we're waiting on that to really start to get moving. We're getting some real help through the Kentucky Fish and Wildlife with a carp fund that we're getting money donated for that's going directly to the commercial fishermen to help them get the stronger nets, to help them get the equipment that they need. Judge Wade White in Lyons County started the waroncarp.com.
That's it.
All the great, true-to-life, real information, the most accurate information of what's going on can be found at the waroncarp.com and War on Carp on Facebook page.
I've looked at that.
Those things are moving. But, Larry, last night I was out filming with David Brown, an outdoor freelance writer, and I saw something that was most encouraging.
What's that?
I was in a bay, and I saw multiple, I'm going to say this again, I saw multiple schools of threadfin shad.
Oh, how about that, Ron?
Our numbers of threadfin have gone down.
Yeah, that's encouraging, man. I mean,
so I was very encouraged, and David was down in the floor of the boat, and he was taking some pictures of some offshore baits. Had a big bullworm laying there, and a big sexy shad, 10XD. So I picked up a 4.0 square bill, and I was reasonably close to the bank, and I chucked it out there on the middle of the flat. And made 2 casts, and on the second cast, Larry, I said, David,
get the
I've got one.
And
And I hooked a 3.5-pound largemouth, and David stood up with his camera, and we got all kinds of jump shots with that fish. It was all hot, and it worked out into a perfect opportunity. But that fish was out there milling around amongst those shad.
A bunch of
shad.
That's
a real positive thing to see those threadfin shad.
Oh,
You know, Mark, you talked also about Kentucky Lake is not dead, contrary to belief. There's still a lot of 3 to 5 pound, 6 pound bass there, right?
Correct. There's plenty of big fish in our system. Our larger fish are 4 to 8 pound fish. We've got a reasonable supply of those still in the lake.
Yeah.
What we don't have are those 12 to 15 inch fish. That particular year class is missing in our lake right now. That's the real thing. So when these larger fish move on out of our system, there may be a little downtime until we get the year classes below. We have a good year class of 8 to 10 inch fish. We have a lot of those in the lake. So we're going to have a couple of years where their fishing is going to be a little slow, but when those 8 to 10 inch fish get recruited up into a larger size fish, we'll see some definite changes with those.
Okay, we got to get out of here. Mark, tell them again that how to watch your TV show. Give them that information.
It's Mark Menendez Bass TV. It will be on PSD, NBC 6 in Paducah. You can look on my YouTube channel to see all of my Mark Menendez Bass TV videos that I have, all my instruction there, and just follow me on Facebook at Mark Menendez Bass TV.
There you go. And also that website for the War on Carp, is that right?
waroncarp.com, Larry. waroncarp.com, and the same Facebook, War on Carp, for the latest up-to-date information to see what we're doing from Lyon County, Kentucky, over by Catawba on Barks Lake. What we're doing to help our situation here in Western Kentucky and Tennessee.
All right, Mark. Thank you, buddy, for being with us. Always a pleasure. Hope everything goes right. Have a great fall. We're into fall now, so enjoy it while you can. Okay, man?
I will, Larry Ray, but I'm going to tell you this. Don't look for me next week because I'm going to California on vacation. So
me. Well, it's a long way by boat, so be sure and take your time, okay? All right.
I'll wear my life jacket.
There you go. Thanks, Mark. All right, let's get out of here and come right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.